How'd you get here? What, you believe in something, or what's your?
Really a lot of hard work, I think. I think it came from my dad, who got me started playing baseball at a young age and grew to love it, and worked hard at it when I was a kid and all the way up until now. Really.
I see the times, like first-round draft picks, they're supposed to be all the great players, but half of them make the major leagues, half of them don't. Some of them get passed up in the minor leagues by guys drafted in the 50th round. Why does that happen?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's not a clear-cut answer, or else all the first-rounders would be up in the big leagues. But I think guys, maybe if they're drafted lower than they expect, maybe they work harder to get to be in the big leagues, to prove people wrong, maybe. Whereas maybe first-rounders that don't make it think that they're already good enough, and they slack off and they don't ever get to their full potential. But I mean, I don't know. That's just a theory, I guess.
Now, every spring training, the Giants, every team brings in more guys, signs more players to take your spot, basically, in the major league roster. How do you approach that?
I don't really think about it. I mean, I just go out there and try and compete for my job against whoever it is, whether it's Miguel Tejada this year, who's a 15-year big leaguer or something like that. Or let's say next year, the first rounder they got, Joe Panic. Maybe he's out there. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just competing for a job and trying to get as much playing time as I can.
Now, baseball's an up and down sport. You get injuries and the organization is up and down. Has there been a time yet that you wanted to quit baseball?
No, never thought about it. Never thought about quitting, and I've had plenty of ups and downs so far in the last couple of years. Breaking my finger this spring training, breaking my hand last year towards the end of the season, and I've never even thought about that.
How do you handle the umpires?
They're part of the game. It's just like, I mean, everybody has to deal with them, so you're going to get bad calls, you're going to get good calls. You have to deal with it just like fielding a ground ball for me. If I get a bad hop, it's part of the game. You can't do anything about it. You got to just go to the next play, the next pitch. Just like if you get a bad call on you, you have to go to the next pitch, next at bat, and just roll with it.
How about the fans? People yelling and screaming at you?
I've never really been one to notice a whole lot of that. I mean, I like having a loud crowd that's cheering for you, but I've never been one to really pick people out when they're yelling at me and stuff like that. So they don't really bother me.
Now, do you read the sports pages or ESPN or Baseball America where they rank you and all the?
I used to, the rankings and stuff. I don't really look at it a whole lot anymore, just because it's a couple of people's opinion. It doesn't really matter in the long scheme of things. I mean, I definitely still watch ESPN, read the sports page, stuff like that, but just don't really pay attention to the rankings as much anymore.
People tell you about it? Mom and dad call you and say, hey, you're...
Every once in a while, yeah, friends, family will notice something and let me know usually if it's good, not too much if it's bad.
What would you tell a high school kid about professional baseball you learned the hard way that nobody told you about?
Let's see. I mean, really, I just think keep working hard, because that's what I did, and it's gotten me this far. So, and that's what I had done in high school, college, and now here in the pros. So, I wouldn't say I didn't change anything. So, I mean, I think just keep working hard, and you'll get to where you want to be.
Anything else about baseball nobody's asked you before that you really want to tell everybody?
It's a lot of work, but I think it's rewarding when you get the results that you want. So.